Hi, I'm Susie from Women's Fight News, and today I'm here with American pro boxer Shurretta Metcalf. So thank you very much for joining me today. And how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. And thank you for taking the time out fight week to give me an interview.
Most definitely. You know, I love Women Fight News. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
And y'all really cover all the women's boxing. You actually go to a lot of the events and everything. So I just I'm ready to be on that show, on this podcast.
So yeah, I mean, it's your fight week. So this Saturday in Dallas in the USA, you're fighting Karen Dulin at super bantamweight. So how's it all gone for this fight? How are you training?
It's great right now. My training has been good. My sparring has been great. I've been sparring very decorated amateurs, other pro female boxers who are very good. My weight, I can just pretty much eat anything. I'm pretty much now just eating to stay at 120 at least. Because, you know, I started off in bantamweight. I always been a slim, tall, slim girl. So I'm feeling great.
Yeah, feeling good and feeling strong.
Yes, I feel strong. Mm-hmm.
And you've already beaten Karen before, haven't you? So back in 2019, a unanimous decision?
Yes, I did fight her. She was an opponent, just because of her record, maybe it's something like the boxing skills or whatever, but she's a person who's very in shape. So she's going to keep coming. So if you're not an in-shape fighter, and she does have a little power to herself, if you're not an in-shape fighter, you could be in trouble with Karen Dulin.
So what's your fight prediction for the weekend against her?
Chicken by unanimous decision.
So talking about previous fights, you've got some big names on your record. I mean, one of them being Jamie Mitchell, who you actually drew against back in 2018 at bantamweight. As you said, you're at bantamweight. And obviously now Jamie's gone on to be the WBA World Champion at bantamweight. So, you know, is that a fight that you want to pursue in the future?
That is a fight I would definitely love in the future. I would definitely love to take her belt. I think it'll be a great fight. She's a strong fighter who that keeps coming, and I feel like I'm a fighter who knows how to box, but I can fight as well. But I know how to use my range, and I know how to use that jab, and I feel like I can be able to. I feel like I'm a better fighter than I was when I fought Jamie the first time.
I was going to say that because obviously it's been, you know, a lot's happened since you fought her. So how would you see a fight going with her in the future? How would you see it playing out?
Definitely a win. I don't always just say a knockout because I don't know my power, but my coaches say I actually do have power. And when I spar, they tell me when I'm turning my body, my power is there. So if I can get a knockout, that'll be even great. But I just feel like I have the skills to pay the bills.
Yes, that'd be great. I mean, obviously, because bantamweights, you know, bantam, super bantam, they're such sort of hot divisions at the moment, aren't they?
Yes, they really are for the women. They really are, and I'm glad I'm in that division. Like, this is a division that, like, at first it wasn't real big. It was always like either a little bit bigger, like featherweight divisions, or they'll be like real small, like in Sunisa and Marlon Esparza weight classes. But now, like, it's just like bantamweight, super bantamweight is the place to be.
Definitely, all eyes are on this division.
Yes, it really is.
And talking about other names that on your record, you fought Carla Torres in 2019, and she's now gone on to get a great win against the Pink Tyson Kalliopi on TopRank. Yes,
I seen that fight. Hey, and you know what? I actually talked to Carla because, like, we was real cool. That was a different side of Carla that I seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she did, I know that she can get there because of where she's from, but it was just like so funny that she came at Pink Tyson that way. And when I talked to her, she was just like, yeah, she was disrespectful, putting her head on my head. I was just like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, I put that actually on my Instagram, that little bit.
Yes, I shared it too. That was so funny. I said, yes, man. Welcome to women's boxing. We is entertaining. We are entertaining. Really, we are very entertaining. And they're gonna stop sleeping on us.
Yeah, and it's great because obviously with TopRank, they've only had Michaela Mayer. So to be putting on some more women's boxing, it was great, and for them to be entertaining.
Yes, very entertaining. I heard they're trying to sign Virginia Fuchs as well, I think, or have her come on the card real soon. So that's even great too, as well. They having some more women on there.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, we want to see women on all the big cards, don't we?
Yes. Hopefully we can get PBC on board too. Yeah. That'd be amazing too.
And talking about sort of future fights, obviously we talked about Jamie Mitchell. You'd like a rematch there. Is there any other fighters have you got your eyes on at the moment?
Well, I have my eyes on the very infamous Ebony Bridges. You know, I've been very vocal about, wanting to fight her. She's an exciting fighter that everybody is really like want to see her succeed. And hey, I feel like I'm a queen that they're probably going to dethrone her. It'll be great. I think it'll be a great, exciting fight. We're going to both be throwing bombs. So that's a fight I would love to see. And pretty much I feel like I'm ready for one of the top girls, all the top girls in my division, for, as world champions. I feel like I have what it takes. I have the dedication, I have the skills, I have the fight in me, and I want those opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, like you say, you've already drawn against Jamie Mitchell, who's a world champion. So you've got the skills, you've got the talent. You just want to get in there.
I just want to get in there. That's why when I fight on the 19th, I'm showing them I have something to prove on the 19th. I became inactive because of the pandemic, and if you didn't really have a big sponsor, a big promoter behind you, you wasn't really fighting like that. And then I was also like, to a lot of female boxers, I'm a threat to them. So a lot of them was either pulling out or didn't want to fight me. And that's why I was like happy that Karen Dulin was able to take this fight, because the girls who I really want to fight, the girls with the good records, the ones that everybody's saying they can fight in my weight class, I want to fight them.
And what about Shannon Courtenay, for instance? Because I mean, obviously she was a champion that got beaten by Jamie Mitchell, but she says that she lost because she had a bad leg, so she wants to get in there with Jamie again. What about getting in there with Shannon?
I predicted that fight before I even knew about the leg and anything. Like I feel like Jamie was gonna beat her. I feel like Jamie was gonna beat her. I feel like I thought Jamie was gonna KO her, really.
So in a rematch with Shannon now recovered from her knee injury, how would you see that fight going?
The same way.
Yeah.
I pretty much the same way. Like, it was a good fight, but she's still gonna win. And then I'll fight Shannon too.
And there was another name that I wanted to, because she's literally just fought on the weekend, was Ellie Scotney at Super Bantam. I know she's just sort of starting out. She just got her first title, so the WBA Intercontinental title at Super Bantam. What about somebody like Ellie? Would that be somebody you'd like to fight in the future?
Hey, that'd be a nice fight, because she can actually box. So I liked that. When I first watched her, I think it was her last fight when she fought. The girl that she fought was a very tough opponent. Like, she kept coming, but she had like good head movement, but that didn't stop Ellie. So I actually give props to her. I could see her like really doing some big things in the super bantamweight division, and she'll definitely be someone I would like to fight.
Yeah, definitely, because she's somebody that lots of people are talking about in the UK, definitely.
Yes, her guard is good. She listens to her corner. Like, I pay attention to stuff like that. Like, how do a fighter listen to their corner? Because sometimes you can mentally, defeat a fighter to where they're not even listening to their corner. They just pretty much on retreat or trying to just fight back, and she actually listens to them. So she's a very strong-minded fighter.
And obviously, just trying to think of other names out there. You got Melissa Oddessa Parker.
Oh yeah,
who's the IBO Bantamweight champion.
Yeah, I know about her, but I don't really like. she's not really on my list like that. But I mean, I would fight her, but she's not on my list like that. Well, I think y'all probably seen when me and her got into it on Twitter or whatever.
I don't know about this. No.
Yes, because I really don't like her and care about her, because all she do is just be on Twitter and badmouth a lot of women on Twitter and stuff. Like, she got Twitter fingers. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? And so like, she came for me one day and I was just like, hey, I don't even really know you. You know what I'm saying? So why are you even talking about me? And she actually, I guess I said something on Twitter, but we're not even following each other. But she actually took time out of her day to go Google me and pull me up in my record and everything, and had to say what she had to say. And I was like, dang, I must be somebody that you took time out your day to do this, to look up about me. And it's funny too, because she's like 3.5 hours away from me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about this.
Yeah. I thought that's why you would answer like everybody's seen it. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was cussing at her, you know, because I don't play like social media games. Like, I'm for real.
Well, I'll be looking up this stuff.
Yeah, it was a couple of months ago, but I don't play it.
But you know, stuff like this builds into good fights, doesn't it? Because then if you have a little bit of beef and you know.
Yeah, it could, yes. And we're in the same state. So at the end of the day, that fight could be a fight that could possibly happen, because, you know, a lot of promoters don't like to spend a lot of money on flying girls in, traveling them in and stuff. And like, since we're in the same state, it's not hard to make that fight happen.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously you've got Dina Thorslund, who's a bit of a force at the moment in bantamweight. I mean, the ring put her as #1 at bantamweight.
Yeah, I seen it. She's a very strong fighter. I seen it. She's a very strong fighter. She's the one that I feel like I wouldn't mind taking her belt either. And they, you know what, they called me for a fight. They end up hitting up Brian Cohen and asked him, did he know me? And I know him. Knows I talked to him a couple of times, and they wasn't really trying to pay me any money, so that's why I didn't take the fight. I feel like I was worth more than what they were trying to offer me.
Okay. Is that to fight Thorslund? Yeah,
to fight Thorslund, yes.
Okay. I didn't realize you were in line to you know, you got asked to fight her.
Yes, to tell the truth, like, I done been asked to fight a lot of people. Like, you don't know, like, I done been asked to fight Heather Hardy before, but it was like early in my career. So I knew I wasn't ready to fight her. And then they was giving me like 3-week notice. So of course, you know, they was calling me to just be an opponent to come to lose. And when I fight, I'm not coming to lose. And I don't feel like I'm an opponent. So no, I didn't take the fight. You know what I'm saying? And then it was at a bigger weight class too at that. So it was just bigger. Yeah, she was bigger. So it was just like, I would just be pretty much going in there for a check, and that's not me.
Yeah, no, definitely. You want to have, you know, you want to be on your terms as well, don't you? The right amount of camp, the right sort of money, the right experience.
Everything. Because you know what else is on my list? I like the WBC Yamileth Mercado. I think I'm saying her name. Yes, and the super bantamweight. Like, I want to fight her too. She's right here in Mexico. I hope her promoters will be able to try to make that happen.
Yeah. What's great that we're talking about all these names is there's just so many options. It's brilliant.
It is a lot. It's a lot of options in both weight classes. I can make both those weight classes easily.
Yeah, it's exciting. Talking about just generally fighters and names, is there anyone sort of that has inspired you in the past or inspires you now in boxing?
Amanda Serrano. Like, I've been watching her since when I started in underground boxing. Like, I like her style. She is beating you up, and she do it in Jordans. Like, no, who is beating you up in Jordans? Like, that's so cool.
And I was going to ask you later on about, I'll bring it in now because you brought up Amanda, is how do you see the fight going between her and Katie Taylor?
I feel like she's gonna stop Katie in the later round. I feel like it. If Katie would have agreed to the 3-minute round, I would have got it earlier. Because I feel like the 2-minute, it saved a lot of girls, because when Jamie fought Skelly, I'm saying it right? Yeah, when she fought her, she was saved twice by the bell. She was supposed to been gone. If it was 1 more minute, it would be good. So I'm going with Serrano on this one.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it, about the 2 minutes and 3 minute rounds? I mean, what are you in favor of? Are you in favor of 3 minutes or 2 minutes?
I'm in favor of whatever get us paid more money. If 3 minute rounds get us paid more money, I'm with 3 minute rounds. I'm down for the conditioning. I work out every day, so I'm for it.
Because that's the thing, it changes.
Huh?
I was going to say, 'cause it changes the whole dynamics, doesn't it? Like you were saying, you know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It just, for certain fighters, it suits certain people, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It takes some people longer to warm up. Some people not conditioned as well, so those 3 minutes would really, really hurt them. So it's a good and a bad to it.
Yeah, that's it. Because I always feel like I sit on the fence with it. I always ask people their opinion, but I don't feel like I've got a strong opinion either way myself personally, because I just think I can see the benefits of both.
Yes, I see the benefits. I really wish that Katie would have took that 3 minute, or like would have said yes to that 3 minutes. That would have been like history for real, because I'm flying out to New York. If I don't have a fight lined up or anything, I will be out there.
Yeah, and it is, yeah, such a history moment really when they fight, definitely.
Yes, it is. They're actually getting paid 7 figures. And then on top of that, like I feel like every woman that's in boxing, it don't matter if you're a fighter, a media, or promoter, or whatever, just a woman, an athlete, period. I feel like they should go to this fight. We really need to like support each other. It's if we support each other more, we will get paid the money we get, because we're like, a lot of us will be in the stands. A lot of us will be able to buy these pay-per-views, and a lot of us will be watching, and we just need to do that.
Yeah, no, definitely, you're right. We need to support it en masse, definitely.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's why I went ahead and bought the DAZN app, because they're the ones who are really showing women boxing, and I make sure I pay that every month and watch.
Sasha, who does the channel with myself, straight away as soon as the fight was announced, she was like, right, booking flights. She's gone. So she's going straight out there.
I definitely am. I already got a credit card with miles on it. I've been using it. So as soon as I book, they say, oh, you fighting this day, or you not fighting this day? Booked.
In terms of, obviously, boxing, you know, becomes your life almost when you're a professional boxer. Have you got any sort of passions outside of boxing? I mean, I know that we were already talking before we started the interview to say that you've got your shop you sat in, that's all behind you.
Yes, I have my boutique. Let's see, I'm gonna give you a look around a little bit.
There we go.
And I also have a salon, and where the doors closed, but I have a salon in the back, so I have like stylists, barbers, and all that here too. That's like that's like one of my passions. I love to be fly, even though I can't dress all the time because I'm always in workout gear.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm always in work. Somebody's always calling me. But yeah, I'm always in workout gear, so it'd be kind of hard for me to dress a lot. And so I try to just wear fly workout gear.
Have you got any other passions outside of boxing? So you got your shop, yeah. And
I do personal training. I love to teach like the little girls boxing. I do with anybody really. And they see like how my body has been formed just being in boxing. I would just used to be just straight skinny with just a little booty. But now in the boxing, like they actually see how my body has done developed and stuff. So I get a lot of, I'm very big here in Dallas. I'm very popular here in Dallas. So I just get a lot of clientele come. A lot of young women, young girls see me and they look up to me. So I get a lot of training with those too. So those are really like my passions.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice to inspire sort of the next generation.
Yes, because I feel like the girls that we're teaching now, those are the ones who are really get paid in boxing, because it have been a whole lot more. Like Serrano and them is paving the way so that when they're fighting, they're going to be paid too already.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of, I've seen that you're a mother. So how do you find juggling things like your family life and all the training? And running the shop?
It's hard. Sometimes like I don't be at my shop a lot, like how now I've been in training camp a lot. So I haven't been up here as much. But with my kids, like that's my number one job. You know, my as you see, my oldest son, I always talk about him. He's autistic, so I make sure I have to stay on him because, you know, autistic kids, they like to have a schedule. They don't like to be deviated from other things and stuff. So I try to keep him comfortable as well, because long as he's good, my training camps can go good because I don't have to worry about him as much. And I've been teaching him how to be like self-dependent as much as possible. So I love my kids. Like, they're my babies.
And I saw in the on your Instagram about how you put autism awareness. So that's nice that you bring sort of awareness to that as well.
Yes, I was on Twitter. I was on one of the spaces. I think is what it called when you can talk and stuff. Yeah, I was talking to them, and like it was lots of people on there. They were actually listening to me talking to me about autism. They inboxed me, and they were just like, "Are you really gonna talk back?" I was just like, "Yes, if you're really talking about autism, I don't put that in my bio for show or anything. Like, I really sit here and I read about it. I've seen it's a lot of celebrity kids who has autism now. Like, I'm glad that more people are starting to be aware about it, because, you know, when I first had my son, like, I didn't know about autism. I never even heard about it. And a lot of people wasn't even talking about it. And so now it's like more common and stuff now that I'm starting to listen, and I'm able to tell another friend, like, hey, you might want to get your child checked out because they're 5 and they're not talking like that. And that was one of the things that was going on with my son. So, like, I try to let them know about everything that I have going on.
In terms of fight predictions, because I've already mentioned a couple of fight predictions, another one I wanted to ask you about, because obviously they're saying that, you know, Taylor Serrano is obviously going to be the biggest women's boxing match in history. But another one that's sort of following sort of close behind and getting built up is Shields and Marshall. How do you see
I want to see that fight too. I want to see it. Because the other day, after her fight, when she took those belts off, I thought it was about to go down. I thought it was about to go down. I was saying, no, don't do it, Clarissa. Too bad that fight's going to happen overseas. But if it was happening over here, I would have definitely flew in for that fight too. Like, you got to go to that fight. I know you're going to be there. You always at the fights that's overseas over there.
Yeah, I was at the fight in Cardiff because you know, it's near where I am, which is great.
Yes.
So I could go to that, and yeah, it was amazing. It was so good to actually see Clarissa fight live.
Yes, I haven't got to see her fight live yet, and I can't wait till she fight live, and I'll see it.
Amazing. So how do you see that fight going down between Shields and Marshall?
You know, I gotta go with Clarissa Shields. You know, I gotta go with Clarissa. But it is going to be a good fight. And what I didn't know, well, I had seen her before, but I didn't know when she had got in her face after the fight. I did not know she was that much taller than her. She's
like 6 foot, I think. She's like pretty tall. Yeah, I think so. I'd have to double check my facts, but I think she's about 6 foot. She's
tall.
Yeah. And she's got that, you know, such power, isn't she? So yeah, it's going to be. But then, you know, it's all well and good having power, but can you, you know, if you've got somebody who's not going to get hit, you know, so.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
That's it. So, yeah, it's going to be a great fight.
Can't wait. That's like another history fight. It's like a grudge history match. Like, I feel like they're not going to even box. I think they're going to just be in there fighting. Yeah. That's how much I keep seeing about them. Like, I didn't even know that Savannah could really high side the way that she was. Like the stuff when she acting like she was asleep at the fight. Like, I was like, oh my God, this fight is gonna be like lit. They funny.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see it. I knew they were, you know, I knew she was there ringside, Savannah, and I knew they were going to bring them together, but I didn't expect it to kick off like that.
Yes. Hey man, welcome to women's boxing.
It's great. Like you said, it's great. It's building up that grudge. So yeah. Well, good luck for Saturday. It's been lovely to speak to you, and yeah, we'll have to chat again.
I sure will. Thanks for having me. It was such an honor talking to you.
Oh, it's lovely chatting to you and finally getting to speak to you.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.